Well, each member of the core group had a specific purpose as they went out onto the 300-mile-long trail. Some reasons were spiritual, physical, or mental, while most were a combination of the three. And as Joshua Short shows us, one grandfather took on the trail, hoping he could help save his grandson's life.
I have a long family history at the University of Notre Dame.
Meet Pat Sarb, a Notre Dame graduate and member of the 1973 championship team, Boler-Parseghian's last title.
I've trained a lot for this, and I'm actually finally gotten back down to my college playing weight after all these years.
But like Notre Dame, he also has a connection to his former coach.
The same team that researched Boler-Parseghian's grandchildren's disease, Niemann-Pick, NPC, that same team is researching NKH.
Nonketotic hyperglycinemia, also known as NKH. It's a genetic disease resulting in the accumulation of glycine in the body. It can result in low muscle tone, seizures, and severe apnea. His grandson, Owen, suffers with the most severe form of the disease.
I'm trying to bring more awareness to the Boler-Parseghian Center, and more specifically, awareness to the disease NKH that my grandson has. And so that was the benefit of it, but there's a lot of pain that goes with it.
But one way to get rid of that pain is by simply walking it off. And on a day where the message was patience, Pat is learning how virtuous it really is.
Makes me feel like I can do something about it.
And Pat Sarb has made his way to campus with his fellow pilgrims. Gary Sieber caught up with him and joins us now live with the tolling bells today. Gary?
Absolutely right, Tricia. Pat is here with us. You just saw that moving story, and so we won't rehash all the details of the story, but Pat, I know there's a great one with the bells ringing us behind us here. Your great-great-grandfather had some role in that.
My great-great-grandfather, Louis Hickey, was a French-Canadian carpenter, came to South Bend in 1849, was asked by Father Soren to join the team here, and he helped construct some of the early buildings on campus, helped rebuild the basilica, helped build the basilica, helped rebuild the administration building, actually helped hang the bell, the 13,000-pound bell on the bell tower.
The low tone one that you hear there, that big bell.
And his brother's name are actually engraved letters on the bell. That's donors.
Generationally, it's amazing. I mean, you went to Notre Dame, you played defensive back on the football team, your son played on the team, as I understand, and you've just got this long lineage. And we do have to mention the Rudy story, okay? A lot of people have seen the movie. Not all of it is completely factual, but one thing that is, not so much that a whole line of players came in and surrendered their jerseys to Dan Devine, but you were the person who basically gave up your spot so that he could play.
Yes, Rudy and I played defense together for 2 years, and the Friday before the Georgia Tech game, I walked into the locker room and Ed Bauer, our co-captain, who I was good friends with, came up to me and said, would I be willing to sit out so Rudy could dress for the game?
Yeah, well, it's a great story, and the movie turned out fine, even if there was a little bit of embellishment. But I have to ask you, Pat, now that you've completed the 300-mile journey, you've got to be feeling something really profound at this point.
Extremely emotional today. The other connection with Notre Dame, which has touched our family for every generation of my mom's family. The Boler-Parseghian Center for Rare and Neglected Diseases is researching my grandson Owen's rare genetic disease. And Owen's here with his family, with his parents today, and they made a big effort to come in and see this event. So,
well, thank you for your walka, and thank you for sharing your story with us. We appreciate that, and I know everyone is touched, especially by the recent passing of Boler-Parseghian, who meant so much to you and your family, and the help with the disease that you're talking about and so many others, including Niemann-Pick type C. We're going to toss it back to the studio. Tricia, take it away.
Oh, and I love to hear that bell, especially as you were talking to him. Thank you again. And this has been an incredible experience so far as the university and community come together to celebrate 175 years together. And we've heard some interesting stories, haven't we, from those pilgrims. And we've also received some lessons on history and faith along the way.